Hey everybody, welcome back to another Line Plays Binding Classic Afterbirth. Here we go, win 48 ideally. I have a cat on my lap. He's very excited that I'm back from PAX. Hello, 2020 deck of tarot cards, 86QM EP20. I hope that I can release 20 EPs one day. Not in one day, that would be ridiculous. We're not ruining it right away by taking Mom's knife in our item. Good, okay, yeah. Just making sure. Sometimes it feels like the game wants you to die, and sometimes it feels like it wants you to succeed. I would say that starting with 2020 and picking up Mom's knife immediately on your item room is probably a little bit more in the latter camp, if I'm being honest. It seems like we're probably set up to do fairly nicely here. We got a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm hoping that having a cat on my lap is not going to be too deleterious, but maybe that's a good balancing act, you know? Sure, we got Mom's knife, we got 2020, we basically got double damage Mom's knife as a result of that, but at the same time, you ever try to play Isaac with a cat sitting on your lap, trying to bite your hands because you're touching the keyboard and not, you know, his wonderfully coiffed fur? Have you? Have you, Ruka? Well, let's kill Little Horn in like 2 hits, which is actually 4 hits as a result of the item that we have, of course. And, I mean, I guess we keep strength and we use it for a deal with the devil in the future, but I'm not gonna lie to you. There is a chance this run will go pretty fast, and if that's the case, maybe I'll get a chance to knock out another one today. This could even be a library, and not only is it a library, it's a library with probably the best book in the game, in the form of Satanic Bible. And I'm gonna roll with the strength card over actually getting a good value out of two of clubs, which is maybe a little silly, but then we get Small Rock. Okay. You know what? I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I still, you know, that song came out in like 1995. 1995. I was 7 years old in 95. Ace of Base, tell me, what the fuck are you selling? It doesn't really work. We need a key. We have 2 bombs. Do we have any ability to access a key? Not yet. But what I was going to say is that I can do the math on this one. The game wants me to succeed. It's made my life ridiculously easy so far. Why don't we indulge it and see where it goes? You know, try to make some zaniness happen. We could always come across a full run reroll that compromises it a little bit, but as of right now, this is looking ridiculous. Oh yes, excuse me. It's like the joke there was that it was going to be a name that like 2 old-timey 6-year-olds would make when they sit on each other's shoulders to try to sneak into a PG-13 rated movie. Hello, good sir. My name is Ridiculous. I am an old oil baron from the western coast. I'm not familiar with your Eastern customs, which simultaneously and coincidentally is the movie that I have come here today to see. 1 adult film ticket, but not in that way, for Ridiculous, please. Which is my name. Well, we get our 3rd bit of HP, which means we probably will not be able to use the strength card here, but, well, looking at the stuff that we got in here, we wouldn't have been able to use our strength card anyway, so who gives a hoot? Horton might, but Horton hears a who. He doesn't give a hoot. He might give the who a hoot on Hootsuite if many of the members were still alive and Horton was a real character and not a, you know, fictional thing. I guess he's a real character, if you know what I mean. He's a real character. He's no Ridiculous. Was that Kanye West lyrics? Expensive dishes, exotic fishes. This kind of shit is Ridiculous. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. This is still me in that kind of like post-PAX. I hope I'm not sick, but I might be getting sick. But I'm probably not getting sick, and I really hope I'm not getting sick. I mean, I used to get sick at every PAX. I'm just gonna level with you because you seem like cool folks. I got sick at PAX because I didn't carry around an industrial-sized bottle of hand sanitizer, and then at nights, probably consumed a few too many adult beverages, didn't, you know, eat a proper ratio of vegetables, and then you get 4 hours of sleep doing it again, you know? We're on the Caves 1, we might as well just crack into that. I'll take my HP upgrade. So it's a recipe for getting sick, and as I've gotten older, I've grown more mature, and I mean that sincerely. Now, you know, I'll go out for dinner, had a couple too many burgers and fries recent. Oh, let's grab it quick! Nah, a little too late, but that's okay. Well, not like we're going to be short on money regardless. A few too many, burgers, fries, pizza sort of meals. You know what? Give me the side of Brussels sprouts. I know it's a $3 upcharge. I know that's a little bit of a ripoff, but I need that vitamin K to keep me good. And then, I meet people. I use some hand sanitizer. It's not meant to be insulting. I'm not saying your hands are dirty. I'm saying everybody's hands are dirty, myself included. So use some hand sanitizer. And I've managed to avoid quote-unquote pox packs. Wait, pax pox. That's what I mean to say. Managed to avoid the pox packs pretty reliably lately, but you never know until like a week on whether or not you're going to get saddled with it. So I'm hopeful that we're set. But you guys are probably like, why is he still talking about packs? He's been talking about packs for like 5 videos. You're a very astute player or viewer. I have been talking about packs for 5 videos. It's the 5th video recorded in my post-packs extravaganza here. Oh my lord, Magic Mush as well. And now you're probably thinking 5 videos ago when NL said he was excited to play Isaac when he got home from PAX. He's just blowing smoke up our ass. I am not blowing smoke up your ass because honestly, your ass has bad breath, good sir, and I would not like to engage in an exchange of gaseous elements as a result. Isn't that right, Ruka? Well, either way, the cat is not going to answer me. He is going to lick my hand though, which is surprisingly uncomfortable. We get the scissors, which is really not very good at all. We're going to hold on to this Fool card. I think at this point, I see the rest of the run lay out before me, as if to say, we have this pretty much set up. I mean, we took Strange Attractor and it didn't fuck with us at all. That should give you some indication of our damage. Just look at the items here. It's ridiculous. Lots of HP. Many of these items are potentially run winners in and of themselves. Definitely Mom's Knife. Probably 2020. Small Rock is definitely a super nice thing to have. That actually worked. And then Head of the Keeper can be more than meets the eye, if I may, steal a Hasbro catchphrase. Magic Mush, also wonderful. And, I think it's clear to, well, and also let's not forget about Satanic Bible here, but we've got a win set up, especially now that we have, a beat on Guppy items as well. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last run, even though it's a little dangerous. We're going to avoid just taking the easy win, and instead we're going to go for these Guppy items, because I think they're a little bit more fun, and they add a little bit more tension into things, and if one day they end up costing us the streak, then I'll feel like a big idiot, but until that day comes, I'm going to feel like a nice guy for doing this, even though that's ridiculous. Ruka, I see you. I see you you're doing the squinty face, which means you want attention. Ruka. He's turning his head to the side. Is this really him? Is he back? It's cute. I can't deny it. Why are you looking at my lips like you're freaking me out, man? You're looking specifically at my lips. And I'm not even talking like Twister. You ain't know Twister could work it like the Whispers? Hit the stoplight, dip into some Isleys. The beat's still moving, so I bump a little spinners and I'm singing on the street, freaking on the street. It's been a while since I actually had to do the full rap for slow jams, so cut me some slack there. Plus, if you do it at karaoke, you just kind of slur the words and people go, oh my god, he's a rap god. Oh my god. This guy knows how to rap. This guy knows how to recite other lyrics that people have written. I think actually the look that Ruka is giving me right now is, I loved it when you guys weren't here. I could get a lot of sleep. That was great. Now you are here and you won't shut the fuck up. And you keep talking into that box for like 12... Whoa! What the heck? You okay, buddy? I hope he like cat talk. He like tried to head rub my controller and almost fell off the freaking desk here. Alright, take the Hermit card. That's our Boss Rush analog here, or Boss Rush enabler, I should say. Not very good damage on my part, but it is functionally very irrelevant. Don't even talk about that key. Don't talk about that key, and I will be a happier camper. We're at 8 minutes Caves 2, so I have a feeling we're probably going to qualify for Boss Rush. You know what? I will make a tentative promise right now. I will go to the Deal with the Devil. Well, of course I'll go to the Deal with the Devil, but I will go to the Hush Fight. If we have a decent amount of HP available at the time when the Hush Fight becomes available to us, I will go to the Hush Fight, and I think we've got a good run to kill the Hush on. You know, it's a very Canadian thing, perhaps. At least it's very polite. Overly so. I feel the need to apologize for this run being so good, which is ridiculous. You know, I don't control the RNG unless I do, and I live in a simulation of a universe, and maybe I'm the only actual human, and you guys are all like computer programs designed to, you know, be bend to my will, or who knows? I don't even know. You know, that's for the aliens to figure out. But if that's the case, well, that's pretty fucked up. Like, I'd probably get over it, but that would ruin like a day or two for sure. I'd have to settle into that. I mean, it took me probably a week to realize that, you know, David Bowie was actually dead. Like, obviously I realized it, but to internalize it, it took that. I'm not taking Curse Die. You don't have to worry. Also, you don't have to call. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Right, Ruka? He's giving me the twisty head look. What's your problem? What's your problem? We'll take Hive Mind. I don't really want to blow up our donation machine. Like, there's options would be good, but who cares, right? Like, and speaking of who cares, we've already found probably all the meaningful stuff on this floor. There could be another library, but again, I'm just going to be honest with you, who cares? Speaking of which, we're definitely not going to take Ghost Baby. That should be relatively clear. We may just do Boss Rush. It'll depend on how things look, but, I mean, we have Sackboy, Mom's Knife, Ipecac, you know, or not Ipecac, sorry, Incubus. Bunch of flipping nonsense here. I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's good fodder for conversation. Elon Musk, he had that quote, you know, it's probably like 6 or 8 months ago now. It's like, there's a more than, you know, 99% chance that we live in a simulation of a universe by an advanced simulation. Maybe it's possible you guys watch Rick and Morty. I know if you don't watch Rick and Morty, you're probably much like I was. And you're going, why is everyone talking about a stupid cartoon? I only watch Battleship Potemkin. It's an enlightening film from the Russian, you know, Renaissance. Anyway, Rick and Morty's real good. That's a good show. And I got to try the Rick and Morty VR experience at PAX in the HTC Vive, and it was pretty cool as well, although it was about 4.2 seconds long. Slight exaggeration. But that's good. Gets a lot of people in to see it on the show floor. But anyway, you know, there's an episode where Rick creates a microverse that he uses to power his car, but he needs them to be generating power, and inside of his microverse, they stop generating power because they've generated their own microverse that generates power for their needs, and it just keeps going deeper and deeper down. As I'm sure you're probably guessing, some hilarity ensues as a result. Let's donate as much as possible. I would feel a lot less bad. Like, here's the worst case scenario. We are a simulation of a universe for a higher level intelligence, full stop. That means we're at the bottom of the food chain. Shit sucks, right? Everyone's going, look at these dumb idiots. Look at them complaining about their problems. They don't even know that the Flargensnaus are invading next year. Ridiculous. Anyway, the best case scenario, we're at the top, baby. And we're gonna make our own simulation one day of another universe, and then we'll be like, well, at least we got, you know, shit rolls downhill. Is basically the way I'd politely say that. The second best case scenario, don't jump up there, kid. The second best case scenario, one that doesn't get talked about that much, what if we are a simulated universe for a higher advanced intelligence species, but that higher advanced intelligence species is also its own fucking simulation from an even higher advanced level species, and it goes like down even further and further. That's some crazy shit to think about. What if we're not just in a simulation? I know this sounds like, dude, how many pots have you smoking? I don't partake in the sticky icky regardless of its legal status, okay? This is all coming off the top of a sober dome piece. Well, Cricket's head is real nice. Oh, but so's the wafer. But let's go for damage. We did get fucking sad bombs as well. Just get out of here, dude. I just want to go, okay? I don't want to fuck with you anymore. We don't, whatever, why not, you know? That would be fucked up. But I would feel good about it, because that means one day the people who ran our simulation would be like, oh, they're so smart, we run the simulation. I never even thought that we could be in a simulation, because we are the ones who are making the simulation. It is nonsensical for us to be, oh shit, we're a simulation, god damn it. That would be great. I'd be like, you did it, fuckers. Way to go. Do not stare into the simulation too long, lest you become the fucking simulation. Also, the more I say the simulation, the less meaning it has, but it's also dawned on me, if they ever do like a cyborg version of Jersey Shore, that would be a great name for the guy who used to be the situation. Regardless, do have to point out we're 13 minutes into the run. We're about to, you know, be past the Womb 1. It's a little silly if I'm being real with you. I'm gonna take Sack Dagger, but not the other item? I don't know. At this point, it doesn't really matter. You could probably, you know, cut our own cock and balls off over the course of this video and still, you know, have it turn out pretty well. Although, it's a double key room. What are you doing? Flicking me with your tail? Are you mad that I'm giving attention to the game and not you? You don't understand. This is what pays for your cat food. You think that Royal Canin shit comes cheap? It does not. Well, I mean, it's not as expensive as human food, but we could get cheaper. You know, my boy's got expensive tastes. You want that? You gotta listen to your boy do the Isaac episodes from time to time, alright? Don't feel bad about it. You're gonna get petted so much you're not even gonna know what to do with it. And plus, we're living in a simulation of a simulation of a simulation, so it's just fucking simulated, you know, serotonin, dopamine release, tryptophan, fucking glycosine phosphate. I don't even know at this point what I'm talking about, but let's just, you know, and I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, we've only got to keep commentary going for another couple minutes. Let's be realistic. This run's probably over. I mean, we could use the question mark card, or we could just choose not to, because it basically makes no difference. I will say what's scary is I intend to fight the Hush, but I have no idea how much HP we actually have. So, it is possible that I could stupidly, accidentally head down to that Hush fight, not be as well off as I think I am, fuck the whole thing up. This will be the worst run to lose a streak on. Because, I mean, are you looking at it? It's pretty ridiculous. But the Hush he's got a habit of doing that. The Hush can really mess with your day. You're out of Hush, I'm out of time. You know, you listen to Hall & Oates and the other one. I'm joking. I know his name is not Hall & Oates. That's an old It's Always Sunny bit from back in the day when they were fresh-faced and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed back in season 9. That's not a knock on It's Always Sunny. I like the show and its tone in general. Fuck it, let's do it. Cross the plane. Ruka. He's showing me his butt. Like I should, you know, care. Is this a cat butt? You've seen one, you've seen them all. Okay. Alright, we got the Spirit Heart. That's good stuff. Definitely you take Mini Mush, because Isaac's Heart could be deleterious. Definitely you take Smart Fly and hope for a little Beelzebub action. Hopefully we can just start chaining off like an infinite Sackboy combo here. Ooh, that's the ideal Wheel of Fortune for us right now. Let's just get ourselves all jammed up in here. We're hoping for Spirit Hearts. Hey, one Crystal Ball wouldn't be the end of the world. Luck upgrades, sure, why not? I mean, I think we'll be fine. We did get one Spirit Heart. So we have to have at least 2. We're probably not on 2, so we might as well take the Bob item as well. There you go. Now you got a good seat, Ruka. We don't really need Yara. So, I mean, I really feel bad when I read these, and I think that they're all dedicated to me. Like when it says, like, may your troubles be many. I like to think that Edmund and Tyrone, like, wrote these out and were like, hey, fuck that Northern Lion guy in particular. I guess we take High Priestess in, and we just don't forget about the Yara rune. Only really dangerous part of this. We gotta be semi-close to land our shots. I gotta admit, it's taking a little bit less damage than I expected, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. Now, we do have Sad Bombs. And Sad Bombs, with all of our little knife shenanigan action here, should be pretty dang good. We really cannot afford to get in there and, you know, take a bunch of stupid damage trying to make Sack Dagger work. Like, At what point do we just say, Northern Lion, your zaniness is a fucking poison. It's a poison to what you're doing right now. Because Sack Dagger is not better than Magic Mush, Cricket's Head, you know, Small Rock, Incubus, Mom's Knife 2020. Like, that's the kind of run where if you asked me to, like, bake my own run, I would not make it that good because it wouldn't be fair. And beyond that, I'd probably forget about some of those super, you know, high-tier items. I also have to say, this is, like, one of the very few Hush fights I've ever personally seen where we're crushing it speed-wise. Usually the Hush kind of just, you know, takes as long as he takes. Does not appear to be the case here. He got his ass kicked. So that's sweet. And we got some okay stuff. Map plus Compass is a good combo, of course. Tower, Yara. I mean, we only got hit once. No big deal. No big deal. Cathedral, we had so much more HP than I thought we did. I mean, we don't... I guess you take Maggie's Faith, but who cares? We certainly don't need the money, although I guess it could lead to more luck upgrades. But this is going to be a win, and it's nice. It's win 48. That's huge. We do need 2 more keys, so we'll open chess. 48 wins in a row, 2 away from 50, and honestly feeling good. Like, if we can get to 50, that's incredible, for me at least. And I think it's pretty respectable by almost any Isaac standards. I know there's, you know, people out there with much longer streaks, but I feel good about 50. You know, this is 40. Mr. Judd Apatow. This is 50, actually. Son. Ripskins. If Dan was a Aesop's Fable character, who would he be? Rumple Ripskins. Right, Ruka? Right, Ruka? Did you just tell a dad joke to your cat on camera? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I plead the 5th. Well, Ludo's fucking weird here. Let's do that. I don't even know. It's very strange. But, I mean, these are all passives. We'll take them. I don't know if it's really improved ourselves. We did get Beelzebub, I guess, via Big Fan. Wow, this is like so much worse than our last option. Our shot speed is so slow. This is a terrible choice. Never do if you're playing this seed, do not do what I did. I know you're saying, like, oh, no risk of that, moron, but, you know, that's just rude, okay? We gotta treat each other with respect. In this world, you know? It's the only one we got, I hear. It's the only one you guys have, because you're Earthlings. I'm the only real Earthling, of course. You guys are just data points in a simulation by Mark Zuckerberg. Take Pisces. Tears Up does nothing for our rate of fire. Man, we basically took, like, one of the few items we could to actually, like, give us a small chance of failing this run. But you know what? I gotta be honest with you. I like it. I like the speed upgrade here, too. But I like it because I'm an idiot, and I'm easily entertained, and I finally get a chance to use Sack Dagger. For a good reason. And you know what? I think Sack Dagger's crushing it. Because we got, Incubus with the knife along with it, and that Incubus knife is just doing gangbusters. We could just imagine we got a tiny knife, it'll be like my life in the bedroom. Whoa, you can't say that on television. This was not smart. That damage there was quite dumb. But, again, it doesn't matter. It's a 21-minute long Isaac run, and we got an Eden's Blessing at the very end of it, which is great because I was just thinking, do we want to do another Isaac run today? It's late at night. Maybe not ladies' night, it's late at night. But now that I got Eden's Blessing, I'm thinking, let's swing for the fences. Let's get to 49. That's another prime number. I'm just trying to mess with you. Obviously, 7 times 8 is 49. Wink, wink. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.